Hey, what's up, everybody? This is True Boxing. Thank you for coming back to get hit with the truth. Today's video is going to be the DAZN recap from New Zealand that took place Friday night if you're in the United States. Saturday, though, from New Zealand, as it saw Joseph Parker take on Junior Fa in the main event of that card in a heavyweight showdown. So before I jump into that fight and the recap, if you like my page, give me a thumbs up. You don't like it, thumbs down. I appreciate the honesty. You can give me a positive comment, a negative comment. Excuse me. I appreciate either one. I like going back and forth no matter what in discussing the sport. And if you really like my page, give me subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate the love. So let's jump into this fight with Parker and Junior Fa, because this is really the only fight on the card that was worth talking about. So Parker, top 10 heavyweight, former world champion, taking on Junior Fa, undefeated. Kind of, I guess you want to call him up and comer, even though Parker is more of the veteran and been around the block at 29, where Junior Fa has not. Junior Fa is 31, hasn't really done much. So this is a big step up in competition for Junior Fa. And, he landed his shots and he did okay, but Parker outboxed him, outclassed him. It was around your 116, 112 to 117, 111 type fight. Parker, I think he kind of played it safe, boxed well like he does. And after what has been over a year off, I think he did what he was supposed to do. It was on Saturday, February 27th. It was a little over a year, or it was about a year since he fought. And you take on a guy who's undefeated, who's bigger than you. You don't want to take much risk in your first fight back after that amount of time. So, I don't mind Parker coming in, kind of getting to stay busy, workman-like kind of 12-round unanimous decision. He did what he had to do. He got the win, and he didn't take that many risks because he's trying to get back into a world title fight. And again, this is kind of Parker's style. Parker's not your unless he really has to go for it in a close fight, he's gonna box. He has made guys look bad. That's kind of his job, and that's his style. But it's effective. He's good. He's got power, and he's solid. So pretty good performance for Parker. And I don't think people should be too disappointed. What does it lead for? Later on. Well, he's probably gonna end up fighting. Getting in line, he possibly could get in line for a world title shot later in the year, possibly take on the winner of Alexander Usyk or Joe Joyce, because he's high up in the WBO rankings. And Usyk and Joyce are probably fighting for the interim title in the first half of this year. And then the winner of Fury and Joshua is probably going to get stripped of the WBO title. And Usyk or Joyce, whoever wins that fight, becomes a world champ and probably would have to defend the title. So Joseph Parker would be a perfect opponent. He might be a mandatory. So not a bad performance here. I think he might come back towards the middle later in the year. We'll discuss that on his what's next, but pretty solid performance. Junior Fa, undefeated coming in. No shame in losing to a guy like Joseph Parker, but he was just out of his league. He did better probably than some expected. But just wasn't, on the same page as Joseph Parker. Not many are. So that's pretty much it. Not much else to say. It wasn't a knockdown, drag out event. It was just kind of a simple heavyweight battle. It was a rivalry. I think people were expecting a better fight, but again, you got to look at the styles and the matchups and everything. And Parker did what he had to do. He got the win. Junior Fa, I don't think he's top 10 worthy, possibly top 20 worthy following this performance, which is, hey, that's a plus right there, because I don't think anybody thought he would be that. So not a bad performance. See what he does next. But that's it, guys. That's the recap from the New Zealand DAZN card from Saturday, February 27th. All right, guys, True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.